Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.
So tonight we're going to be talking about the keys to a woman. Yes, I got my brother Alfie, my brother Red Pill Chauvinist, and I have Alpha Villain. So we're going to be breaking down the keys to a woman. I had to go get my brother Alfie. Alfie, introduce yourself, Red Pill Chauvinist, and then Alpha Villain. Go ahead, Alfie.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Alfie Kingdom. Author of multiple books, content creator, international coach, swag master, and energy revealer. That's who I am.
Yes, sir. I am the real pill chauvinist, formerly known as the Red Pill Chauvinist. I too am an author, world traveler, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But you can check my channel, The Real Pill Chauvinist, where I talk about traveling, where I talk about men, how men can become the best version of themselves. And also, of course, as you can see by my book, Hacker, True Female Nature, I also dibble and dabble in female nature and, ways that men can use female nature to their advantage. So that, in a nutshell, is the Real Pill Chauvinist.
Woo! I go by the name of AV, aka Alpha Villains, aspiring author. These two gentlemen on the panel have inspired me to dabble into literature. I'm an aspiring author. You can follow me on Instagram at Alpha Villains. I also have a YouTube channel, Alpha Villains, and I got a new show coming out real soon. Morning show called Finish Your Breakfast with AV. I appreciate you, China, for having me on. Let's go.
Let's get into this because I feel like everybody create content circling around women, how to get women, but I'm more so focused on the keys to the woman that a man is dealing with. You get what I'm saying? It's more so on there's a certain key when a woman is dealing with you. There's a certain key you use to unlock her. And I really want you guys to break it down, go in depth on how do you possess the keys to a woman.
Hey, let me just spark the conversation off by saying off top, before we even talk about the women, like I said, my channel is about, showing males how to become men and or become the best version of themselves. So before we, start talking about the women, the one thing that I must say in order to answer this question is, before a man can even begin to even hold the key to another woman, he has to know himself. A lot of guys out here don't even know themselves. They're not emotionally intelligent. They don't know how to control their emotions. They're everywhere. They don't know what they want to do with their life. They don't even have their own program for themselves. So off top, we have to say, before you can even begin to think about holding any key to any woman, you have to know yourself. You have to be able to control your emotions, set your emotions aside, and most importantly, use logic and reason to get to the best outcome. All right, go ahead. Do you want me to spark it up some more? One of the things that is the key. All right, fuck, we going.
Let's
so boom.
Go,
one of the things that has
We are champions.
Yes, sir. One of the things I could say a few things, but one of the first things that came to my mind when it comes to having the key to a woman, I could think of two things. But the one thing that came to me first was honesty. Honesty. Just be honest. Now, when I say honesty, I'm not saying to be what's the word I'm looking for? Like an open book, like you just saying anything. But what I'm really saying is don't lie. A lie is you saying something that you know is not true. You know what I mean, a lot of guys be trying to fake the front, trying to have chicks believe that they're this type of guy when they're really not. You know, that they're not really congruent from what they have on their IG page to who they are in real life, because they feel like, oh, if I set these pictures up like this, then I might get girls. But hold on, bro. When she meets you and you have a conversation, and you could barely have a conversation, you have no knowledge to put into her vessel. Then what you really doing? You're not being honest with yourself. So the number one thing I say to have the key to get a chick is be honest, bro. When I say be honest, that's not saying if you want to smash a chick, you say, yo, I'm trying to smash. Nah, because if you read my book, Hacker, I tell you how if you go directly like that, it's not really the most sexiest thing to do. You know what I mean? But if you find, we talked about mouthpiece, if you have enough mouthpiece where you can communicate to her that you're trying to smash without directly saying I'm trying to smash, then there you go. So number one, I say honesty. I say one more thing and then I'll pass it off. Honesty is number one. And number two, the second thing that's helped me out, I remember since at least high school, don't have no judgment. Or let me say that better. Show no judgment. Because you could have judgment for somebody, whatever. But if a chick says, yeah, this last weekend, I had, a five-some, with dudes was putting in every single hole in my body, you can't be looking at her with your mouth open, wide open, your tongue hanging out like, oh my God. Because now she's going to say that, damn, I can't even tell him what I really did the weekend before that. You know what I mean? Whereas if you have a poker face and you show no judgment, that allows a woman to be even more open with you, because what a woman fears is being put down, being what's the word I'm looking for? She doesn't want to be made to feel bad for the thing that she did. You understand? So a lot of guys have to be more understanding. But I've been talking for a minute, man. Let me pass the mic.
RPC said something that's basically the fundamentals before even thinking about owning a pair of keys and opening up locks and shit. Basically, RPC, I'm gonna piggyback on two things he said. Honesty. First off, you got to be honest with yourself. And when we talk about don't lie, it's not about full disclosure. A lot of women are not privy to information. That's levels, right? So basically, in a nutshell, being honest with yourself will demonstrate in your energy and your walk and your congruency. A woman will see that because a woman is studying you, making sure everything lines up based on what she thought you are. So you want to make sure that you are honest with yourself in order to be able to obtain a key and try to put it in a lock. And number two, what he said, which is very important, men need to understand, man. Men need to understand that communication is very important. But at the same time, if you do not know yourself, you can't communicate to a woman. So a lot of times women want you to approach them. They want to be, listen, women don't want to be made, basically, in a nutshell. They don't want to know that you know everything, because that can be very intimidating for a woman. As soon as you talk about you want to smash and shit off top, or you got the keys, or you a master type shit, you start popping that shit, she's going to put her guard up. A woman wants to feel comfortable, not on guard. So before a man can open any lock, he has to make sure that the woman is comfortable with his honesty in himself. Now the woman is comfortable, then she'll start to open up, and then you have to use your discernment to decide whether she's gonna be long term or not. So that's what it is.
I told you it's a classic. We ain't even 10 minutes in yet.
Let's
Black
go.
Fire. Salute China White AV. Respect to all.
Peace.
We only 9 minutes in.
I want to tag Alfie in.
Let's go.
I'm gonna say something off the ledge, and it's something that cats may know, but they don't understand. And that's this: the first thing you should do, if that's what you need to figure out where the woman is at that time. That's the first thing you need to do, because if you know a girl named Susie, and it's Wednesday. If I meet Susie today, that's a vibe. But if I meet Susie after she go through a heartbreak, some shit with her father, and then 3 months down the line, that's a whole different vibe.
Mm.
You see? So you gotta understand where she at. Cause where she at, y'all might not even be able to meet up anyway. So you gotta have discernment to figure that out. You sometimes you want things to happen, some things just not supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? So you figure that out. That's just like getting some Play-Doh, right? You get your hands around it, you figure out what you can make from it. You know what I'm saying? That timing is off. If you met me 5 years ago, I would be open to have kids. Now I'm not open. See, same cat though. I knew China White 3 years. She's not the same China White that I met. See, so that's
Right.
why timing is key, and you got to see timing for your key. Drop me a cash app, baby.
Damn, let's go.
And that's
Fuck
true,
it,
right?
at 11. That was a minute only.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Night, niggas.
China,
Check
what
this
you
out,
say
right?
about timing? Timing, though. What you say about timing? Anything about what Fee said? You ain't catching you at the right time. It may be the wrong time for the right man. You know what I mean, so how do you know? How do you gauge your timing?
Right. Let me say this. I think for a lot of women, right? We do our timing sometimes. You could be me and you could have a conversation, but for sometimes we could, let's say our dog died, let's say our mother passed away, let's say it's my menstrual cycle, like it could be anything. I could be in a different mind space, but the timing could be so off. It's not that I'm not feeling you, it's not that I don't see you. I see you. It's just that sometimes I could be thrown. A lot of men don't understand that. It's kind of like you. You could have shit going on with your life. It's like that for women too. So a lot of times when a woman is speaking to a man or wherever you guys at, y'all could be at a bar, y'all could be at a park, y'all could be at a gym, but the timing could be so far off because I'm not even there mentally. I'm not there mentally. And even if I see you and I want you, that never leaves my mind. I will be thinking about you while I'm home the next day because you could have said something or you could have did something or the way you look, or I'm not used to seeing a man look like you, or the way you walk or your energy. It's something about you that I can't come to grips with, but the timing may be so fucked up because mentally I'm not there. And when a man is dealing with a woman, or when you meet a woman, or however, you want that woman in the best space ever. That's how you get the best out of a woman. A lot of men don't understand that. Go ahead.
China, I didn't mean to cut you off. Now you're absolutely right. You know what though? You're speaking for the minority of women. In my experience, women don't like to be alone. So if you feeling me tonight, but you're not in the mind, in the headspace, more than likely women are going to put me in the friend zone to keep me on the shelf until she finalizes her bad decision and cuts the nigga off. So a lot of women can't be alone. That necessary solitude that we've talked about, the three of us, monk mode, whatever you want to call it, to focus on yourself. A lot of women can't do that. A lot of women feel the need to always get their mind off things by doing things that are out of character, doing things behaviorally that's going to disqualify her from being wifed up. You know what I mean? So again, this ain't towards you, but what I've noticed that women can't be alone for a very long time. That's like saying I've been single for 2 years, but she's had intercourse frequently. You know what I mean? So that's in my experience. But if more women took your advice, China, we wouldn't be having conversations like this. So that's what it is.
Let me add this. Let me ask China a question myself. Can I have another thing I think is a key to, a woman, is the fact that, there's some people who are going to hear this playback. There's some people who are going to hear this playback and maybe not even understand what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Another key to women, or the woman that you want, she can never.
Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.